Is somebody making something in the microwave?
Oh, sorry. That's the hubster.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Welcome, everybody, to Let Me Talk podcast, presented by... Well, we don't have a sponsor yet, but wishful thinking.
If you guys want to sponsor us, tap in. Tap in.
We are currently waiting for Duck. He's getting a hair transplant. Speak of the devil.
Oh my God.
You know, I've
You're
noticed
not right.
I haven't roasted
You
Duck
know what?
in like
You know
all
what?
year.
This man got a new Velcro beard and want to show off. Oh, snap away looking ass, yo. It's all
Snap
good. Listen, it's all good. It's natural ways to get it. You ain't gotta get a lace front beard, dog. It's okay, man.
I see your toupee is in Klarna payments, right?
So what was that?
I said your toupee is in Klarna payments, right?
Hey, I'm bald. I know my hairline fucked up, but at least my beard weird. It don't look like a so separately looking ass beard.
First of all, I got this shit from an Etch-a-Sketch.
That shit
Very
perfect
much.
for Halloween.
Y'all stop. We're supposed to be friends.
This is us being friends. What are you talking about?
Hey, I was here minding my business. The light-skinned Big Bird wanted to talk shit, man.
You know, certain people have roasted you for being bought the whole entire pod, and I defend you. Well, let me get one joke in.
Wow. Now why am I in this?
Deflect.
I don't roast Duck for being bald. The problem
Listen,
is
I'm always
here.
I'm always here minding my business, doing nothing, and here y'all go out here saying something.
I didn't say anything about you, Duck. What are you talking about?
Not yet, but you know what's gonna happen. You can be like, "Oh my god, this bald motherfucker at work," and then Ronald's like, go ahead."
It's just, you know what? Let's begin. I am devastated with how now it's my fault. Now it's back on me. I didn't even say nothing.
This roast session was brought to you by Oscar Minor Hot Dogs. We're practicing our sponsorships.
What's going on, y'all? Let's start the podcast. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen. No, fuck that. Hello, everybody. Let's not make it gender specific here. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody. I'm your host, Ron Morrison, and I'm here with Ray Day with the AK.
Hey. I ain't get my new nails just yet. But wait, because it's going to eat down. It's definitely going to get fall. You know? Sweater weather. I can't wait. It's going to eat down every time.
And also here with Pat Lee.
What's going on, y'all? What's your favorite vanilla villain? How y'all doing today?
I'm all right. I'm cool. How about yourself?
You're not vanilla. You're more like butterscotch.
I actually resent that because butterscotch is associated with old ass people, and I'm not that old.
I'm not talking about the butterscotch candy though.
Ain't you like 44?
42. Don't matter. Black don't crack, or vanilla don't something. I don't know, but whatever the case is. And here we have Duck.
You're black.
I am black.
you
don't gotta convince me. I am black.
Black don't crack like you ain't black. What you was about to say?
I think Ray's on mute. Thought she was saying something.
Sorry, don't mind me. But we are here as a group of friends talking about wrestling and stuff. Yeah.
No, definitely. Yeah. How was y'all weekend, man? Y'all was good. Y'all had a good weekend.
It was alright.
It was okay. I got a fucking from my weekend, but it ain't serious.
Hey, listen, serious, non-serious. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's get into the fuck-ums.
Hey!
That's a fucking music now.
Hey,
I'm here for it.
yes.
Let's rock with it then.
All right. It's time for the fuckums. Hey, who want to go first?
I'll start since mine isn't that serious. Man, first of all, let's give a little bit of backstory here. So a couple of weeks ago on the podcast, I told y'all that Burger King had some like really, really good chicken nuggets, right? I said that they changed the formula, right? Turns out that was some bullshit. Fuck Burger King. The fact that I actually ate and tried these donkey knuckles, then I had myself a Whopper, and the Whopper was burnt. Fries were awful. Fuck Burger King. I don't trust them niggas. I know. I said that they changed the formula, but I was deceived. I apologize.
That's not what I'm saying. Time out. When have they ever had good fries?
They had good fries at one point. They were
Really?
pretty decent.
I always remember them shits being garbage juice, like mop.
Nah, Burger King had good fries.
At one point, they had good fries and onion rings, and then that just kind of slipped.
The onion rings
Yeah.
is straight. The fry, I never liked the fries, man. Them shits just taste unseasoned and soggy.
Yeah, you should go for the onion rings every time. Cause that's the only place you can get onion rings. Like growing up, something different.
That is
Yeah.
true. I will say though, the Hershey pie does still hit though, but everything else was just straight up trash.
I'm like,
Oh my
I guess
gosh.
maybe I'm in the minority here because them fries were always ass fries to me.
People always say it depends on the location that you go to and also what time of day you go to. Like if you go when they first start in their lunch rush, their food is usually fresh. But I feel like any restaurant that's out should have the same standards all across the board.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because I've had them fries in the morning, I had them in the evening, I've had them in the afternoon.
The morning,
Listen,
You never wanted fries in the morning?
no, with
So-
hash browns.
I'm talking like lunchtime, like 11.
That's brunch. That's different.
Nigga, all right.
No, 11 o'clock is officially brunch time.
Yeah, on like Saturday and Sunday. If it's like
No,
11
during the
a.m.
week
on
as
like a
well.
Tuesday,
It's that turns into brunch. Do you know why it turns into brunch? Because after you have that, you're not eating until dinner. You're gonna have a small snack in between, but you're not busting down another full meal at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then eating again around 5 or 6.
but that's not really brunch. Brunch is more than just the food and the time. It's, the atmosphere. It's the mimosas, the drinks, the
No, it's
vibe.
not. That's like no. It's about literally the time of day. 11 to like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Well, no, it's really just 11 to 12, 12:30, 12:05.
That's the saddest brunch. You just sitting there home alone watching cartoons.
That's not a sad brunch.
Eating
That's
potato
a
tots by
look.
yourself.
Look, sometimes you just want to have a little drink by yourself and relax.
Girl dinner.
Okay. Brunch is a combination of breakfast and lunch, a single meal eaten late in the morning or early afternoon, typically between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. It includes a mix of both sweet and savory breakfast foods and traditional lunch dishes, often accompanied by cocktails like mimosas and Bloody Mary, according to Google.
Stand by what I said. If you having like at 11
She
o'clock,
said,
that's
fuck
brunch.
facts.
No, but I'm right though.
Hey, yo,
Still correct. What are you talking about? Here we go.
they said, yo, fuck that. Hey,
But I'm still right.
you're right about the time, but it literally said, like, it's accompanied by.
It says usually accompanied by. You don't have to have alcohol for it to be brunch.
All right. I'm not that big of a drinker, but if I'm going to brunch, I need a drink. Otherwise, what's the point of having brunch?
To talk and gossip.
I can do that.
We're doing that now.
This is not gossip. It's different. Y'all don't understand. It's a,
All right. I heard Rem got a big hat. That's gossip. Okay, there we go.
That's the truth. That's a fact.
So was what Doug said. That was a fact
He
too.
rides on it, bro. That's how he gets to work in that big ass hat, bro. He put
Like
those are his
like-
wheels to get to work. Come on.
He said he got a hat like Aladdin. I can show you the world. No cap.
This might get in a Hatmobile. That's crazy,
The Hatmobile is. Why is he always catching a stray when he's never here?
Tragic.
bro. It's safe to say this nigga Rem would be a grade Sinister Six, yo. It's like 5 bald niggas in Rem. Sinister Six, yo. Ray, you got a fucking.
Yeah. One of my fucking kind of go into one of my fucking kind of go into one of the topics, but my one fucking is if y'all see a closed sign, right? Don't ask me to do nothing. If you see a closed sign, I work in a little bakery, you know, in a supermarket, and it was closed, right? Like 7:30. We close at 7. Closed 7:30, right? Everything already desanitized. I'm almost done. They're like, is it too late to get something written on a cake? Yes, it is too late. But it'll be real. No. That means I gotta wipe down everything. No, everything's clean. No. If it says closed, y'all need to have better time management. And I know it's only gonna get worse going into the holiday season, and people want to act like we're crazy for saying no. But like around like 7:15, if I just started cleaning, I don't mind, you know, being a good person. Like, you know, it's not too late. I'll grab something. All right. But if it's like 7:30, 7:45, and I'm basically done cleaning, and I'm doing the last little bit, come on now. You can't get mad at me for saying no. You
I'm
shouldn't get mad at me for saying no. Show up on time. Better yet, just get the little nasty little candy letters and write out happy birthday on the cake that way. Stop it.
I'm actually mad they you know, even just try. Like that shit is dumb.
Bro, it's like they don't even see it's a big red closed sign. They act like they don't see it. It's literally right in front of their face. And I'm like, you just gonna ignore? Like, oh, are you closed? I just put that sign out for my health. It was a trick question. You want $1 million? $1 million. Bruh, that irked my soul. I was like, y'all really, once again, Instacarters, that phone right in front of your face. Y'all gotta do better. It don't make sense for you to be like, yo, what aisle is this item in? And
Nah,
right underneath the picture, there is an aisle number and letter. Now, come on.
that shit don't always be right.
If you're in a bakery and it's asked for ice cream cake, why would there be ice cream cake over by me?
Well, you're
And
the
the sign says ice cream and ice cream cake.
Okay, now them Bammers, they one of them kids, no kids left behind. All right, you got that's one of them. I can't defend that one, but I know a lot of times they'll put down, yeah, this thing is in aisle 12, shelf 32. Should be in aisle 14, shelf 12. Like,
See, I understand it. Let's say if you're in the aisles, right? But like, I'm by the prepared foods. You're asking me who's in prepared foods, who doesn't even go through the aisles what aisle an item is in. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, where is the vegan egg whip? I don't know. In the vegan aisle.
personally, I feel like that's the wildest. Like, vegan Edward, it's crazy.
That's all I'm saying is you can always download the app of the supermarket you're going to, or maybe read. That's And then my other fuckings go on to the topic, so I'm gonna hold out on those.
Okay. I'll get through mine real quick. First, fucking Dak Prescott, fuck you. All right. You have one job. Your one job is to throw a ball and get a touchdown.
Duck, please.
And you couldn't get that one throwing touchdown. What the hell, bruh? Like, what the? You suck.
He
The second
tried.
one, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. First of all, I needed him to throw to Ferguson. He didn't throw to Ferguson. All right, he diddly daddly around the whole time. That's my problem. All right, you messed up a lot.
Now all of a sudden you care about the Cowboys?
Unfortunately, when I need y'all to do something is when I care. Okay, and guess what? Every time I need y'all to do something, you know what you do? You fail. All right,
Oh,
you failed every single time. Last week, hey, I need you guys just to do one thing. This one player needs a touchdown. What did the player do? Nothing. Hey, I need you to throw one touchdown. That's your job, to throw a ball. I'm not trying to make it sound easy. I'm just saying that's your one job, and you couldn't do that, right? F you, man.
he
That's how
tried.
Well,
you
we're used to
didn't.
disappointment, so welcome to the club.
Oh,
I already got that with one team. I got that with the Commanders. They're nothing but a big walking
who?
talk. The Commanders.
What sport
They
they play?
used to
Football.
call the Redskins.
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
You can see how much sports I watch.
Hey, listen, totally understandable. My other one goes. I was talking to them about this behind the scenes, but Aisha Howard and what's bro name? I forgot that quick.
I know
Her
who you're
baby,
talking about. Her baby father.
Anthony Edwards.
Oh, the young boy.
Yeah. But I'm giving a fuck on the both of them. Mostly Aisha Howard, but both of them. You're 38, fam. Messing with a 24-year-old. You're a groom. You're weird. You're nasty. All right. You knew what you were doing. You knew you would put that snapper on him. He was going to fall in love and be stupid. Young buck. He was going to fall for it, and he did. Y'all had a baby. Y'all did what adults do, and boom, a baby came out. My fucking goes to old bro because I feel like if you're grown enough to do the do, especially leaving it in, you're grown enough to take care of what comes out. You gave up $1 million and said, "Hey, this is all you get." She accepted that, and for me personally, I'm not a fan of it. But hey, whatever works for y'all works for y'all. However, how did you blow $1 million, Aisha Howard? How the hell did you blow a whole $1 million of that baby's money? And now you're like, well, I feel like he can afford $5,000 a week. Like he should. Why did you blow $1 million? How? How did you blow $1 million? On that money was meant for that baby, and you spent all the money. You're a piece of shit. And I don't want to hear nobody like, well, expenses. What $1 million expenses is out here? What expenses for a baby is costing you to run out of a million? A million.
Yeah.
I read some research on that. She didn't spend most of it on the baby. She invested in a business that didn't do so well. So she claims that she tried to set the baby up and herself for their future, but invested the money in a bad deal, which to me is dumb because why would you spend all of your money on a business deal?
My thing is, why are you? I agree, but why are you spending that baby's money? Like you could have. There's ways that you could have set yourself up for the future. And again, this is what anybody who's gonna be like, well, she's a mom and she's stuck in this. Shut up. All right, shut
What?
up. I don't want to hear none of that shit, man. I don't want to hear. Well, she's a mom. She's doing the best she can. Yeah, no, fuck you. All right, no. I don't want to hear that. Like,
Oh,
what you about to say, Ray?
that was just funny. That's all.
That's how they
No,
be
but I
sound.
agree.
That's how they sound when they be trying to defend stupidity. Like, well, she's listen, and I'm one to defend women to the death of a lot of things. But this was just a bad thing. Like you took this child's money and invested in some bullshit and then lost it all. That's not cool. There's no way around that. There's no defending that.
You're
So
right.
anybody who's gonna try to, well, when I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, bro. That's not cool. So yeah, you get this fuck. That's all I got.
Just to piggyback off of that, I will give him a little bit more grace because he's a young kid. Yeah, he's like what 21, 22 when the situation happened.
Yeah,
He wasn't, he was young, super young. So she was preying on him. That's the predator. That's the groomer. Like you knew what you were doing. That was intentional. Um, I just hopefully that baby is taken care of and loved properly. But yeah, I'm more so willing to give him grace than her grace because he was a young kid. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I don't know how other way to like explain it, but yeah, her nah, mm-mm. You real funky. That's real weird.
Nah,
0 out of 10.
I'm, I mean, he did say he don't want to raise the kid and gave up his parental right. Fair. He said he didn't want to have a baby. However, that's just not how life works. Even if you want to give up your parental rights, you know what I'm saying? You still gonna be obligated somehow, some way. And he did his portion. Personally, I just feel like if you're grown enough to do what you're gonna do, you're grown enough to take care of what comes out. That's just me personally. Now there's a deeper conversation there, but you did your part and your due diligence and gave up your money. That was your choice. I'm with it. That's cool. I'm just mad that you screwed over this baby by spending all this money in some shady deal that you thought was going to
Yeah.
go well. Now that you gave up $1 million and you gave up your parental rights, do you give more, or do you say F that baby?
See, that's the difficult part. I don't know. Mm,
But luckily, I ain't got to deal with that. So, so up on our list, what do we have to talk about, y'all?
that was one of my fuckums, and it could go into a topic real quick.
All right, let's talk about it.
So supposedly, supposedly, Lash Legends is going after the TNA's women's championship. You got to be shitting me right now. Like like does no one still have a problem with this? Lash Legends have been putting in the work for years now. She's been on the main roster, had amazing matches. She has worked with almost everyone on the main roster and NXT, right? And NXT is the developmental brand. That's the way they try to use it to like basically underpay people, whatever, but it's really not at this point. So instead of moving her to the main roster, you're like, you know what? You know what would be a good idea for her to go to TNA with Nikita Lyons.
Nikita's not a TNA.
Yes, she is.
She's on Evolve.
That's where she's supposed to go. Hold on.
Wait,
She's
so she
going
go
to
to developmental? God damn.
yes. And I'm like, you gotta be. I'm like, you. This cannot be real. Like this cannot be true. Like at all.
Wait, so this is the last legend to evolve?
Yes, she's going for the Evolved Women's title. I'm trying to figure out like what that don't make no sense.
They need a big name for Nikita to beat.
Shut up.
Now you know for a fact they already got 2 black women on the program, and they don't even push them.
I'm not even trying to be funny.
No, I'm not trying to be funny either. I'm being serious. They barely
Now,
push the black talent as it is. They're not going to push Lash with under Triple H, unfortunately.
nah.
This irritates the fuck out of my soul. because I'm trying to figure out what Lash has not done to prove that she's ready for the main roster, even though she done wrestled every female wrestler on the main roster at this point, at least once or twice. Yeah. Um, I don't want to hear not Nair Soul try to be like, oh, give them time, let them cook. They've been cooking for 2 fucking years now.
That pot burnt. Gotta stop cooking.
You burnt the house down, okay? The fire department trying to put that motherfucker out. How you burn water? You just started, like, what? You at the first step ain't fucking up. Irritated. My soul. 0 out of 10. I'm sorry.
That's so crazy. I thought you were talking about TNA for a second, but Evolve, the show that come on Tubi.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Evolve is on Tubi?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was actually browsing through it, watching some old movies, and I saw that Evolve was on there.
Surprise. Duck.
It's a lot going on between the Tubi comment and something I read elsewhere. It's just a lot going on. And I have questions, but I can't talk about the other thing. Yeah, so Tubi is interesting, but we bring up working under Triple H, and we'll keep that there for a second. But to put I guess a pin in this whole Lash Legend thing, I feel like it's really dumb. I don't know if this is supposed to be the concept of the main roster person that goes to NXT to go challenge the champion to make the champion look stronger. I don't know if this is supposed to be Nikita. Like, if I assume Nikita's the champion.
Oh, I don't know. I just threw Nikita under the bus.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Because no, honestly, also she's the only one that I know who went from NXT to Evolve, who's been on there like a lot.
But to be like, she needs it. She needed it. She needed to go to developmental. Super developmental is what we gonna call it.
Yeah, because like she's not really like. I don't want to say that she hasn't shown improvement because I don't really say that about many wrestlers. But when you think of everybody that like started around the time she started, yeah, she needed more improvement than everybody else. So it does make sense for her to go to Evolve. But Lash was already talented athletically before she came to NXT. So if anything, when you said TNA, I was surprised because I'm like, well, that I wouldn't see that as a bad thing necessarily. Maybe they're trying to copy the whole thing with Trick with her, but Evolve.
Yeah, that's how I'm kind of like it doesn't make sense, like
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, like I'm with you. That would have made a lot of sense to go with the whole trick, the TNA thing.
But he
Y'all
already
could have
dropped
did a
the
whole
belt
power
though, so it
couple
don't really
bullshit,
matter.
and
And I know somebody is probably going to say, "Oh, you overthinking it," but I kind of feel like that sets a bad precedent for black talent in the company. That you really, unless you're like Bianca or Jade, if you come to the main roster or try to have expectations of coming to the main roster, it's not going to happen. They're either going to send you to TNA and milk you to death there, or send you to Evolve because they
the
still got
TNA
Mello.
thing. Yeah, Mello is doing nothing. The TNA thing, personally, I know a lot of people had issues with it. I'm fine with it. I was cool with these people getting a chance to be the guy on another major programming that's kind of, I don't want to say it's small, but it ain't the main programming. So it was fine to see what they can actually do. Like, if we do give this person the chance to be champion of our shit, we know what they can do. We know what they We can see how they evolve, how they act as a champion. So it's a good practice run. And what you're seeing things like with Trick and Dom, like they were doing good things. So it's cool. I just hate it when it gets to a point where you're throwing other people under the bus that isn't really getting no real gain from it. That's the only thing I really hate about it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Um, since we're on the subject of Triple H, um, a unique conversation has come up. I won't say it's unique per se, but Maven had brought up that personally he said pro wrestling, but I'm just not going to say that WWE because it only affects WWE because everything else is fine. It's just WWE. He feels like since Vince stepped off, WWE hasn't been good. He said professional wrestling, but I'm just going to stick strictly to WWE. Hasn't been good. Um, who wants to start?
I'll start. I mean, first of all, I think this conversation comes up quite often about WWE not being good in certain eras. When, as long as I've watched wrestling, WWE has like always had points where they sucked. John Cena had moments when he was champion where it was just boring as hell. Remember post Nexus, the 2000s when Miz was champion, they had like maybe a couple of good moments, and then the rest was just like, it was unwatchable. But I honestly do kind of feel like a lot of a lot of wrestlers now, because Maven isn't the first person to bring it up. There's been some past talents who mentioned it as well, like Jinder Mahal, for example. I think everybody is trying to, for lack of a better term, whitewash wrestling and throw Triple H under the bus, which he deserves to, because I agree the product is terrible. But they're making it seem as if like it was so much better under Vince, forgetting all the shit that he made people do. Like that, what was that golden egg segment that he had a couple years back? Did we not did we forget about that? He had wrestlers chasing a golden egg.
I forgot all about that. I forgot all about that segment. Yo.
Vince had a lot of dumbass shit in pro wrestling.
He
Vince
did.
put a lot of people through a lot of shit. Vince said a lot of derogatory things. He held a lot of talent back in favor of others. I don't think that Triple H has ruined WWE. I just think that he's exposed more so of the weaknesses that the company's had over the years. And that's relying on the same storyline to get the whole entire product over, not having a strong mid card, not pushing your women's division to the potential, because it should not be where, and I love her to death, where Rhea Ripley has a title shot every 4 months. Your black talent hasn't been utilized and is just wasting away. At least Vince, I feel like the only thing Vince did well was that he covered that shit up. Whereas Triple H is just like, yeah, well, you either watch us or you don't.
Did he
But I
actually
wouldn't say
cover
that.
it up? Or was he like the drunk uncle that everyone tells to ignore at Thanksgiving and other holidays? Because honestly, he wasn't doing that well to begin with. Let's be honest. Like he had some good spots
Ooh,
here and there,
talking
but
about
like
H or
overall, he's been shit.
H or Vince.
Vince.
Okay. No, I just
Because
wanted to
I
make
don't
sure.
think
I just wanted to clear up who you was talking about. Okay. Vince, yeah. But
because I just don't feel like Vince was doing a good job, but everyone loved Vince, right? Everyone's like, "Oh, Vince has an idea. You just gotta trust Vince. It may not make sense right now, but give it time. It'll make sense because that's Vince. That's our guy. It doesn't matter because it's Vince." That's what people did to Vince for so many years. And once people started to push back, they were like, "You're not a true wrestling fan. You're woke. You don't know what you're talking about." The same The same treatment we gave to Vince is what a lot of people try to give to Triple H. The difference, I feel like Triple H will say it, but Vince will have people say it for him. Like, I don't want to call him Tony Khan because I don't think his name is Tony Khan.
Nick Khan.
Nick Khan. Thank you. I know it was Khan. I just remember. Like, Nick Khan would make, like, little shady, little, commentary about that. But they'll never think that Vince would feel the same way because it came from Nick Khan. But we know Vince probably said the same thing, if not worse. Triple H will be like, but I don't care because it's my show. And if you don't like it, like he's fucking 12 and we're back in middle school.
All right, so I'll. I don't want to say this. It's always fuck Vince, all that shit, and what everybody's saying is correct. As a fan looking at it though, just looking at it, there's some credit to what Maven said about it not being the same or not being good. I'm not saying that it was great. Not saying that at all. And funny enough, this also kind of ties to a point Ray made. And I don't want nobody saying that Ray don't ever get her shine because this is a chance where we're about to get a Ray
Don't
is
do
right.
that.
No. This is a chance we're about to get a Ray is right. When, and I'm basing this based off of the allegations to where we're at now. So from that point on, right? Not the allegations, but I guess when he was supposed to be quote unquote out the company. When Triple H took over and took the spot, Ray used to say shit like, yo, Vince is still there, whatever, right? And it was pretty solid. Niggas was giving Triple H his flowers and saying he was doing good shit. We can sit there, we can, put our morals in and say this, that, and the third about them personally. But as far as just subjectively looking at WWE, as far as entertainment is concerned, it was straight. Everybody was eating. Hey, bots. Everybody was enjoying it. Everybody was loving it. People were excited. And up until a certain point where Vince Ray used to say this, once Vince officially got kicked out, the shit kind of started to go downhill. It started to really show like, yo, the shit kind of garbage. Now, do we have proof that he was still there and in charge of things? No. But leaning towards it, Ray kind of looking right by saying he was still controlling things in the background because it's crazy that while he was still around, things were good. Once he officially left, we get what we got now. So I'm just saying, I agree with Maven a little bit. But to everybody's point, it wasn't like he was doing that much better than what he was doing, considering what we know about him going on and the things that we've seen him do over the course of the years. The do rag Vince, what's up, my nigga? Weird sexual shit, kissing the ass club, all that weird shit, Katie Vick, all that. So I do think that there is a little to what Maven is saying. But I do think that even with him back in, we don't need neither one of them. We just need somebody who actually cares, genuinely cares. That's all we need. Everything else is whatever. We just need somebody who cares. And that's the thing. It just kind of shows that people don't care. Um, I think somebody labeled Triple H a pop artist. Like he's great at getting pops, but that's about it. Story wise, he can't really put stories together. He can't really put nothing together. He don't really do things well. But yeah. So That's just my little 2 cents.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I agree with you, Duck.
I'm just saying, objectively, I'm not taking away from nothing else that anything else happened. I'm not saying nobody here is wrong, but just looking at it from a fan, looking at something subjectively, just this is what I see. There was this brief moment where Triple H took over, things were great. Vince officially left, things started to go downhill. Again, we know he wasn't in charge, but when you kind of look at what was and what's now, somebody was there helping out.
Mhm. And Mark said, I always said it was weird as soon as he left, The Rock showed up. Yep.
Right.
And The Rock is a Vince guy through and through. He didn't do much either, but caused for more issues when he showed up and did the whole, was it thumbs down or neck thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I stopped myself. I had to stop. Whew. I
Cody,
gotta clap myself.
Cody, so I'm so mad nothing came about.
Because he just wanted his moment back. That's all it was. He just wanted the limelight again.
Oh, who? There's supposed to be a surprise. Somebody's supposed to be here on Raw. We
Today?
don't. Some surprise. People saying it's Brock Lesnar going to take over for Seth's group.
You talking about that promo that they did where they showed somebody's shoes?
Yeah, everybody's speculating that it's Brock.
Nah, ain't nobody speculating that.
No, yes, they are.
They're
There's
saying
Yes,
also
they are.
they're
there's
saying him.
also speculation that they're saying it's Andrade coming back. They're saying that it's Santos. Then there's a report that just came out where they said that it's promo for WrestleMania 42.
They can keep.
I don't
They
know.
can.
They showed them some Stacey Adams shoes and said Raw at 8:30. So
They can keep all that.
Well, we know for a fact it ain't Brock. Brock don't wear no Stacey Adams.
whatever little cowboy square tip.
Got himself some
Yeah,
hey
those are
dudes.
cowboy. Those are some
He
cowboy
said,
boots.
"Hey dude, hey
Got some
yo,
hey dudes on.
hey dude, slap yo." I don't know if y'all bang with hey dude, but them shit's better than Crocs.
Hey, dude. Hey, dude. This is what dreams are made of. Y'all
Also,
don't
hey
know
dude
about that.
is also owned by Crocs.
Of
Mm-hmm.
course they are.
All right,
Yeah,
we have
I'm.
go ahead.
No, I was just going to bring up the next, which is Meg's new song.
Yes.
I guess we can keep this quick.
Nah,
So if you guys don't know,
nah, we,
Meg released, huh?
I was gonna say we can make this a topic and end on this one.
Okay. So Meg came out the new song and video, which is amazing, by the way, for Love a Girl. Um, and people are very hot and cold about it. People either love it or people hate it. But some of the dislike for it is kind of questionable, in my opinion. Um, from what I read, a lot of people wanted her to be in her soft girl era and kind of like giddy and soft and in love. That's what they were expecting. And they felt like they got the exact same type of music from Meg on this song. And there's some people who gave actual criticism, like they wanted more of like a, old school feel to the song. Um, they were like, you got Clay Thompson and he's a great man in this, and you're supposed to be in like your soft girl era. He's supposed to bring out the softness in you and da 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 da. And in my opinion, I feel like the you think that women or black women as like automatically like really rough and tough all the time, right? Because you have to protect ourselves. And then when we get with a person, we're supposed to get all soft and giddy and kind of be like a damsel in distress. When really, soft girl with your significant other is you being completely and utterly vulnerable and okay with being yourself with them. Like when I'm with my man, yes, I have my soft girl, but I'm dorky, I'm goofy, I bother him, I do all the stuff that I felt like I couldn't do around other people, and I'm completely myself. That's
Who?
how Meg is with Clay. I'm sorry, what you say that?
My bad. I was saying who? Like which who we mad at? Here? Who's mad? Is it women or is it men? Like
It's
who's the?
both.
Yeah, it's a lot of black women and men, and it's kind of like irking my soul that they're expecting her to basically do a complete 180 now that she got with Clay Thompson. And it's kind of like y'all listen to the song she gave y'all what y'all wanted. Y'all wasn't listening to the song. She literally said everything that all these other guys didn't do, he does for me. He's a huge star, but he's still my number one fan.
Yeah.
How
Clay
And
is
many
a
people can you like say would do that? Like, you know, he's a moneymaker, he's an NBA star, and he's still rooting for you and love you 100%. What? Come on, y'all not really listening to the lyrics. Y'all just mad that she's still popping her ass and tell you to pop your pussy for your man.
Clay is at home eating a nice plate of fish and spaghetti. He don't care about none of the bullshit that go on social media. He don't care about none of the think pieces that people are saying about Meg. He's like you said, he's happy with her. She's happy with herself. And that's really what a man should do. You should provide a woman strength and security, but also let her feel comfortable in being her natural self. We don't know Meg as soft girl Meg. We know Meg as loud, ratchet, outspoken, having fun. That's the person that she is. And he's comfortable with it. Why should she have to shield herself for anybody, whether it's, another man or whether it's Clay? Clay's at home, like, yeah, I'm gonna watch the video and I'm gonna get them streams up.
yeah, because well, that's simply because people don't want people to be happy. When somebody falls in love, you're going to get a shit ton of haters, especially if you're in the public eye. Um, like you said, like in the song, she gives big credit to her man. These other niggas made excuses. He make it happen, and more stuff that shows that she loves this dude. I don't know what it is that you're looking for. Like you looking for what R&B songs from here on out? Like she's still an artist. She still Beyonce was married for how long and still was out here doing the same thing. Like still out here shaking her ass, making songs and doing all this other shit. Like just because you're in love, it doesn't mean you still stop your shining. You got to change how you act and dance and do all this stuff all over again. Meg was popping her booty when she came out. She gonna still pop her booty, and she got a man that's cool. Most men that are comfortable within themselves don't give a fuck that their girl is out here shaking ass for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's the problem right there. The pygmies can't get a man while doing everything under the sun to be like, oh, I'm a great significant other. I would never pop my booty. I only dress from head to toe. I'm completely covered, and I'm back in the house by 6:30 p.m. and I'll rub your feet and run your bath water for you. And it's like you're mad you're not getting picked, and you're mad that she's still herself. And if you watch her videos with her and Clay, like you can see like she's giggling. She's like, stop. Like she's doing everything that a girl does when she's in love and and her man is loving on her. Y'all just match. She's not like, ooh, woo, like I'm so in love
yo,
with Clay. I
yo,
just he just makes me so happy.
dead
Y'all
ass is
want that bullshit.
dead ass is what it looks like when two nerdy people are in love for real. Yeah, like you can tell
Exactly.
these are two like I don't want to say dorky because they're not dorky, but like when you like you get it, you get what I'm trying to say.
They
Like
are kind of dorky in their own way, though.
yeah,
Not
I
in a
mean,
bad way. Yeah.
no, like it
Yeah.
works.
Meg
Like
is
it,
an anime nerd. He's kind of a quiet nerd. And
yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
like you could tell like Clay is I mean, and again, this is coming from somebody who was labeled a good guy. Just because you're labeled a good guy, it don't mean that you can't tear shit up in the bedroom. But like, I'm sure he treated her every single way. But on the outside, like, bro is cool, quiet, chill, and probably behind the scenes, low key, a big ass nerd that we'll never know because he's a quiet dude. But they're happy. They when they're in their bubble, they're happy. When they're together, they're happy. You can tell that it's not fake. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird that people get so upset. Like I don't get when somebody's in love and they show that they're in love that people expect you to act a certain way when you're in love. Like this kind of reminds me of like Jonathan, Jonathan and what's her name?
Jonathan Majors and what's her? Yeah,
Hell no.
not
Uh,
Jonathan Majors.
no,
Oh,
the Olympic lady. Damn, I can't think of her name. Um,
Simone Biles.
yes, Simone Biles.
Oh yeah, the whole conversation about her and her man. Yeah.
And when she was like just being like, you know, my career is I have my career. I'm ready to be a wife. I'm ready to be a mom. I'm ready to do these things. And so many people were like, "Girl, what's wrong with you? You Simone Biles. That's just John. What's his name? Goodman. I don't want to mess his name up. Jonathan.
We can call that nigga Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny and yo, dead ass. That nigga Johnny and Simone. Like everybody was like, ain't nobody. Why would you want to just do this? And it's like, bro, like, what more do you want for her? Like she was like, I'm happy with my career. I did everything that I could do. I'm ready for the next part of
hmm
my life. I'm ready to be Jonathan Owens. That's his name. I'm ready to be Mrs. Simone Owens. Like I'm ready to do this. And so many people were so upset that she said that. And it's like, why would you do that? So much so that you think that you're rocking for her, but you're disrespecting her person. And then when she's like, "Yo, can y'all please stop disrespecting my man?" And it's like, "Oh, woe is me. Now you want your man to be protected." And it's like, yeah, like she's happy, she's in love, they're in love. Why does it matter to you? Like, why are y'all so upset when people are in love? It's weird.
You know what else it is too? Because we spoke from like the women being pick me's. From the guy perspective, I think a lot of guys don't know how to handle a Betty.
Nah,
They'll see
ooh,
they
speak
don't.
on it.
They don't. They don't.
they
They're
don't.
not ready for that conversation.
They see
They
a
don't.
woman shaking ass, they see a woman dressed in certain outfits, and the first thought in their mind is, "Oh, you're not wife material. You're not worthy of being married." And then when they actually do get married, all of a sudden it's, "Oh, well, where the good women at? Why can't I find a woman?" Because you don't know how to handle one. You assume that any woman out there that's showing a little booty or twerking is cheating, when the reality is most of the niggas who cheat are the ones who are like the quiet ones or the ones who get a chance and decide, oh, well, the hot one gave me a chance. So if she gives me a chance, I can get anybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. Personally, I'm like, bro, she's shaking ass. You liked her in that outfit when you got her number. Keep the same energy.
Mm-hmm.
When she was dressed in that way, you was all on her. Now that y'all with each other, you want to change. I never liked that shit. I never like people who get with people then try to change them. I hate that shit. Like
It's
you know who
Mm-hmm.
they are when you accept it. I mean, within reason. Like if somebody's a goddamn drug dealer, of course you might want to try to change that. But like who they are personally, their personality, like why are you trying to change that? Like that's how they dress. You booked her in that dress that she's wearing out with you. So why are you mad now?
Because they're expecting the woman to completely change for them. I think that's the problem. Is like when you get in a relationship with a man, a lot of people are like, you're just supposed to be like, basically be like a 1950s housewife. And it's like, I feel like I saw a post um that conservative black people and white people are a lot more similar than a lot of people want to let on in that sense. And it's actually very true because people are like, yeah, when I got with your daddy, I just stopped going out and doing all this and this and this. And it's like, Why do I have to completely stop doing what I love and hanging out with my friends or going out dancing just because I got with my man?
Yeah, because their dad runs that, or a lot of people think that's what you're supposed to do. Personally, I'm like, go out, still have fun, still shake your ass, go do you. You're an individual. I'm not about to stop you from being you because
Mm-hmm.
I love you because of who you are.
Yep.
You know,
And then
I'm
God forbid one of y'all pass away, you lose your whole identity in that person and you forget who you are.
shit. Even yeah, that or like with kids. Like you have kids, so many people get lost in having kids that they forget who they are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
You sit there and think, damn, what are my hobbies?
You don't
Change
have hobbies, you don't do date nights. You're just like, oh, it's the kids, it's the kids. And the kids eventually grow up, they move out, and then it's just you and your spouse. And you have years of doing nothing.
yeah, that shit wow.
Yep, you no longer know each other, but in
Clutch
the
pay,
end,
they fuck them kids.
look, I love the song. I love that she's happy with Clay. Um, yeah, that's all I got for him. Like, y'all can be mad, but she's giving y'all what you guys want. You're just not listening. You're not listening to her music to enjoy it. You're listening to critique it. Y'all critiquing the wrong thing because I
Mhm.
ain't gonna get y'all picked.
I do have one thing that I want to say about their relationship, and this is coming from the heart. This is personal. Clay, she had Party, she had Tory Lanez. Both them niggas fucked it up. Okay, if you fumble this, you will make every light skinned nigga look terrible. I am dead ass because you know for a
Oh
fact they're
my
gonna be like, this is why you
god!
can't let light skinned niggas have nothing. That should be the exact reaction. On behalf of the light skin commission, do not fuck this up. Put a ring on it
Oh,
if that's what she want. Take it to the next level. Don't fuck it up. Thank you. That's all I had to say.
He ain't gonna fuck. He ain't fucking that up, bro. He ain't fucking that up. He putting a ring on it. If
My
he
man is
do,
right.
if he do, oh man, I'm gonna have a field day with this.
oh, they're gonna hate it.
You're like, Clay, you
People
didn't win
gonna
the NBA
hate it.
championship this year. Oh well, I'm going home. I don't
Got
care.
another ring.
Shit.
But really quickly, we should probably talk about the non-compete clause. Really
Oh,
quickly, just so we can end off on that. If you guys don't know, Andrade is kind of in a little bit of a legal battle with WWE right now. Supposedly, um, his um contract said he has a non-compete, not for 30 days, not for 60, not for 90s, but for a full year,
yeah.
365 days, or 366 days if it is a leap year.
Yeah. Um.
Diabolical. Like, there's no other word for it.
Super diabolical. I feel like there's nothing wrong with the non-compete clause. I think it's necessary. However, 90 days is wild in itself. 60 is wild in itself. A 30, cool. 30, I understand 30. A year? If you want to do a year, you should at least pay somebody up to a year before you do it, bro. Because there's no way, like, you going to sit
You
there
should
and
pay anyone's non-compete.
that's what I'm saying. Because you taking money, you saying, hey, we don't want you here, but you can't compete anywhere else. That's not cool. 30 days, I totally understand it. Especially with WWE, I kind of get it. Especially with how things kind of happened back in the day with Rick Rude. So I understand them being kind of like, all right, we need you to have like a month away from the spotlight before you do anything. I feel like that's fair for any company. I feel like that's fair. Um, within reason. Like if you some small promotion, like no, but like the AEW or WWE, I get it. But a year is crazy. Like I said, 60 is wild. 90 is wild. A year? Come on, yo. Nah. I'll be out here competing under a whole nother name
Look,
in a mask.
yeah, WWE does not pay their employees well enough for them to require someone to be out for a full year. That means no income. That also means no health insurance either. They already have to pay for that out of pocket, mind you. So the idea of not being able to work for a full year is so fucking disgusting. And with WWE being a multi-billion-dollar company, I would expect, right, for them to be like, you know what, you guys put your life and your body on the line every week for us. You could possibly be injured. You could possibly be, unable to walk and talk properly. You can die in the ring. We can at least cover your expenses for the non-compete. But you'd be like, oh yeah, well, we dropped you just because you wasn't performing, quote unquote, as well as you wanted to, even though we don't put you on TV and we don't push you. And you're kind of in the corner over there not doing anything. That's all your fault. So we're not gonna pay you. That's fucking disgusting. Who has a whole year's worth of like money saved up to support themselves? That's all I want to know. Because y'all aren't even paying enough for people to fucking survive.
Nah,
I am highly disappointed that was a fucking thing. Yeah, that shit just irritates my soul. Like you can do better. Cut Triple K's, paycheck a little bit and pay fucking people.
So just a couple. Yeah, I just wanted to provide some context on the reason why the non-competes have come up. Not that I'm disagreeing with you guys, because I wholeheartedly agree, but just in case anybody isn't aware, so TKO has this clause that was implemented in wrestlers' contracts where there is, of course, a 1-year non-compete clause for talent, and that gets, I don't want to say it gets violated, but I guess I'll say that they uphold it if a talent gets fired for anything like a wellness violation or if the talent leaves. So like in Andrade's case, he just up and left. No, he didn't. I believe he got let go because of like violating the wellness policy, and they said that, okay, well, yeah, we're going to fire you, but you still have to uphold the 1-year non-compete clause. Samantha Irvin has a similar clause in her contract where she had I think a 2-year non-compete, and she quit the company, but she can't do anything wrestling related for another year, which is why you haven't seen her in anything like TNA or AEW. But I agree with you guys. Like a non-compete should not be there for that long. I can understand 30 days because when you think about merchandising and licenses and TV programming, there are certain things that you kind of have to uphold. So this way, like certain things like trademarks can get like worked out. Like for example, I don't know what Andrade's name is going to be in AEW, if he's going to keep like the full nickname that he has, but if the WWE owns that copyright, they have to kind of go to their lawyers to just make sure that AEW isn't violating that. So yeah, in that case, the 90 days or the 30 days or whatever does make sense, but you're taking out money out of people's pockets if you hold them there for a year. Like Ray said, you got to think about these wrestlers are independent contractors, so they don't have health insurance, they don't have life insurance. A lot of them really are living paycheck to paycheck. There's no benefits, there's no union. So imagine a wrestler having no contract. They have a contract with the company, but they can't be on television. I would hope that he could still get paid by AEW, even if it is just to sit around. But in that contract, also, I think that it prohibits him from going to a rival company like AEW, but it doesn't mention anything like the independent. So he could probably still get bookings in some of the indie companies and, still make some money, but he can't do it with AEW or whatever. But then there was some rumor that Dave Meltzer had came out with, which I don't think is true at all, that the WWE is trying to utilize that non-compete and have Andrade come back and work for a year, which is stupid because it reminds me of when AEW did the same thing to Ray Phoenix and what's the other dude's name? And Penta, yeah, where they just kept them on the roster for a whole entire year until their contracts ran out.
That's stupid.
Wrestlers need a union.
They do.
They do. Because they shouldn't have to fight to be paid a livable wage.
And if you were to buy into the union, you know, we and Let Me Talk, well, you know, we got your back for just a small few $1,000. We can, you know, represent you. Send the cash out to Duck Goes Man.
In the arms of an angel, fly away.
Have you or your loved ones been hurt by a suplex?
Oh my goodness.
All right. On that note,
Sure,
gonna
Pierce
get
Livingston.
wait, what?
Wait,
You
what?
know how those old school commercials had like this? Those old commercials had like the picture of like a sad dog, and they'll be like, "Oh, won't you please take care of the dog?" Like in this case, it's Kofi Kingston after getting the F5 from Brock.
Oh my
Like, won't you
god.
take care of a sick black wrestler? Donate today.
Yo, which make sure you show him with no mustache, yo.
Oh
No
my god.
mustache, Kofi. All right. On that note, man, we're gonna get up out of here. So,
Be safe. Drink a lot of water. Stay hydrated. And stream Meg's new song.
Dirty motherfuckers.